So why do you think like adult Sakura wins?
Check scans. It says that she's equal to like adult Naruto.
No, it says without being inferior. That context of that scan it just means she's strong enough that she doesn't need to like counter Naruto and Sasuke. That's the
Look
entire
at the first
context.
one.
Yeah, it says inferior, not equal. I know how to read, dude.
Look, no, let me find it. Look at there's one circled in blue. That and when she had reached the level of the two whom back she'd be kept chasing her powers bloom like a cherry
Yes,
blossom.
I've already explained. It's just the context of the entire scan, right? The entire story narrative is that she gets strong enough that she doesn't necessarily need to counter Naruto and Sasuke. Right? That's the entire narrative of like the Kaguya fight and also of this statement from Hero. Right? And also tell me your entire scaling just to make sure. Write
Oh,
down your
okay.
entire scaling. Yeah.
Mm,
A1, you mind like what's it called? Judging?
Yeah, I got you.
Bless up. Okay, so first, if okay, I'm gonna like disagree with like, the entire scale. First off, adult Sakura, you can base Hokage Naruto. If you're going off this scan, right, you're aware like this scan comes from like the novel. So like when this scan was created, it had literally nothing to do with Boruto in the first place. You're all aware of that, right? Like it has nothing to do
bro.
with Boruto at all. Like when this statement comes out, he's only like 19. And even from like the photos they use on the side, you can clearly tell they're not even talking about like 19-0 like Naruto Sasuke. They're still talking about Naruto Sasuke like in the war. So like even before that. So like you saying that like even based off this statement, he's equal to like not base Hokage and Naruto, it's just wrong. Just flat out wrong because it just doesn't correlate to like Boruto era because the statement when the statement came out, Boruto was a thing.
At least she's relative to like this to the Naruto in the last.
Nah, I
Maybe
already
that's what
told you because of the context
guys.
of the scan here, right? It just means she's strong enough that she doesn't need to count on Naruto and Sasuke to save her, right? There's no reason for me to believe that they're relative, based off the statement, right? And even from this, right? If you look from the photos they use, they don't even use the photos from the last, because she doesn't even do anything in the last besides heal Naruto. They use photos from the walk, so it doesn't even refer to like this Naruto from the photos they used, and there's no feats to prove that like she's on par with them at all.
And there's no feat, but there's still this statement that says it.
Okay, do you need me to repeat my argument? Because it seems like you don't understand.
Alright, repeat it.
Okay, the story narrative, right, is basically she gets strong enough that she doesn't need to count on Naruto and save her every 2 seconds. That's like the entire point of the inferior thing. She doesn't need to count on them to save them every 2 seconds, like the pain arc when like Sakura screams and Naruto pulls up. She just gets strong enough that she doesn't need
She used
saving.
a Naruto
But that doesn't.
summoning.
Hold on, let me finish my point. But that doesn't mean she's as strong as Naruto or Sasuke. Right? That's the entire context here of this scan and also from the fourth data book scan that's you posted earlier. Like it just means she's just strong enough to fight on her own. Like she doesn't need to count on Naruto and Sasuke. Like, and this is further backed up because there's no feats that put her even on par with them. Like at all.
Do you want me to search up the dictionary definition of level? Because it literally
Okay.
says if she's reached their level. So
Okay.
I can. It says
Okay.
that.
You're not getting the argument. Do I need to explain a third time, but
Well, I'm trying to find out.
dude, I know
There's,
what the dictionary is. She does not understand the context of the scan, which I'm easily providing you, and I'm backing up feats and I'm backing up statements from the damn story. You're not debunking it at all. You just keep on reading, oh, but it says this, but it says this. I'm giving you my interpretations of the scan. I'm giving you reasons behind this scan and what it actually means, right? So if you cannot debunk this interpretation of mine or give an equal interpretation, we can just um, we can get the judge to decide who's correct. then like there's no point. Because your first part is just out of Sakura equaling the base Hokage Naruto, which is already wrong. Because this doesn't even fall to like the Boruto era, right? So like that part of the scaling is already automatically wrong. I'm pretty sure you dropped that. So then you went to like, what's it called? War Arc. I mean, you went to like 19-year-old, and I already explained this from the photos of the context. This clearly means they're not even talking about 19-year-old. They're only talking about like 17-year-old Naruto, 17, 16-year-old Naruto. And even before that, I already told you from the context of like the entire war, it just means she's strong enough to fight on her own, that she doesn't need Naruto and Sasuke. Hence why she's like, oh, like I finally reached these two. Which later on, Naruto and Sasuke get a whole another amp after that, right? So we know that she really hasn't, because she doesn't do anything after that. She just heals. Heals Obito the entire time, and then she hits Kage off guard, right? So there's no reason for me to believe, and there's nothing here to show that she actually gets on par with them. Because if you want to say she's on par with KCM1, sure, I don't give a fuck about that. But the most powerful version, which is Sixth Path, there's nothing to show that she's on par with them at all.
Trying to find some more scans.
Just tell me the scan, G, cause I bet you I already know.
Okay.
Cause I'm pretty sure your entire argument, right, is either based on these two scans, the fourth data book scan and the last guidebook scan, which they are the same thing. So like, it doesn't even matter. Like my point stands. So like, unless you can like debunk my argument or give me like some type of interpretation and then back up your interpretation, then you can just drop this entire thing.
Yeah, cause like it nabbed these scans from like Pirate King. I'm trying to find checking the scans over to find more.
Yeah, but what scans? Just tell me the scans, G.
Because like there's also the feat where like Shin blitzes Naruto with the sword, he stabs him with it.
Yeah, he's off guard. Like what?
He has the like one of. Do you agree that Naruto has one of the greatest sensing capabilities in?
No, I don't agree to anything. He's literally off guard here. Sasuke goes to attack Shin, and then Sasuke's blade just comes out of his hand. Like literally, look from the context. He's like, what? He's confused. Like, what just happened? He doesn't even realize. He's just off guard.
But do you agree that Naruto has one of the highest sensing capabilities?
No, I'm not agreeing to anything. And I just
and plus, he was in 6 parts as siege mode when he got stabbed.
Why does that matter, my G? I just told you that he was off guard.
He was off guard doing what exactly? Because he wasn't protecting anyone. Because
he's literally protecting Sarada. What are you talking about? He's literally Sasuke goes to attack. He stands there just to protect Sarada. That's the entire situation here. And then Sasuke loses his sword, and they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck just happened?" Like that's literally the entire context of the scene. That's the entire context. He's off guard here. And we know that like Naruto and Sasuke are like on par, and like later on when like Sasuke has his sister, no, he blitzes Shin anyway. So like there's no correlation between the two at all. Like so it's pretty consistent to say like this is clearly off guard, just from the scenario. Cause no way he was expecting Sasuke to throw his blade at him or something, knowing that like Naruto's literally there protecting his daughter. Right? So like you can't even use this. He's off guard. Do you have like another? I don't mind.
I'm trying to search up the chapter so I can see the context some more.
It's in the what's it called? Chapter 706 or 705, one of the two. That's literally it. That's happening. They see Shin. Sasuke goes to go attack him. Right, and what's it called? Naruto stands there to protect Sarada, and then he just loses his sword, right? So we know that Shin's abilities that he can like control like the what's called the metal or whatever, which they didn't know of. So once again proves that like they weren't expecting this at all. Like more off guard. Like I don't really know what you want here. I just like explain you the entire context.
Yeah, dragging this out some more would be bloody pointless. So I can bloody concede or something.
Seeing your entire Scaling, I can move on to mine.
No, I just concede the debate because dragging this out to just make me look even dumber.
Alright, man. GG.
GG.